Hello y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If this is the first video that you are watching, you are jumping in right at the beginning of a new chapter, because today's video is going to be what I'm considering the first official video of my second year of teaching. So here we go, round two, we're doing it. I'm in the car, so one, throwback putting them first, like every day last year when I was vlogging, but also we're going somewhere. So let me tell you what we're doing. We're going to school. My district recently decided officially that we would be doing a remote start. So like, remote start, why are you going to school? That doesn't make sense. Well, our principal let us know that we are able to teach remotely from our classrooms if we so choose. So we have the option of whether we want to teach from home or from school while we are teaching remotely. And personally, I am able to go into school, and it's what works better for me. I'm really excited to be having some separation from work and home. I'm excited to wake up in the morning and get ready and come to the car and drive to work and do work at work, and then drive home and like home at home, if that makes sense. Home is not a verb, but you know what I'm saying. So anyways, I've decided that I'm going to be teaching from school. We also were told that we can start coming in to set up that like virtual teaching space. And I went the other day for our like 8th grade reverse parade. So we are pre-K through 8th grade, so our 8th graders are leaving to go to high school, and we did a like graduation drive-through ceremony type deal for them. And I went the other day for that, and I was able to like take a peek at my room, but I wasn't sure what I was allowed to touch, because they have set up our classrooms to accommodate a certain number of students at a safe distance from one another. So I have like way more tables in my classroom than I did before, and all of the other furniture has been removed. I'll show you guys when we get there. But anyways, I saw it the other day and I was scared to touch anything, because it is very clearly set up like methodically, and I don't want to move anything because I'm pretty sure that we could transition back to hybrid at any time, and then the furniture would be like where it needs to be. And that's, I'm thinking, what they're hoping for, that we don't touch the student areas. So anyways, with all of that being said, I'll show you when we get there. The two things I am hoping to do are move the desk, only my teacher desk. And I'm not going to move it a bunch, like to a different location in the room. I'm literally just going to like turn it so there's a wall behind me. And then I can start setting up like that area, getting the dot cam where it needs to be, my computer where it needs to be. I can make sure I have the outlets that I need to power all the devices. And then also, when they took everything out of our rooms to fit in all the extra tables, they put it all in the gym in like a little taped off section, essentially like a storage unit. But without walls, obviously. And my closets are empty. So I emailed and asked if I'm allowed to like put things back in my closets, and was told, yes, I can do that. So I'm going to go get my bookshelf that I thrifted last year, because I just don't want that to get like misplaced by mistake. So I'm gonna go get that and put it in the closets, and then also get my desk decorations and redecorate my desk, because of who I am as a person. So I'm gonna redecorate my desk, I'm gonna turn my desk, I'm gonna move some stuff back to my closets, I'm gonna wear my mask, it's baby blue, it's gonna be great. But first, Starbucks. So let's get on the road, shall we? Oh my gosh, we're going to school! Okay, let's go. I don't know if anyone else has these earring mask problems. Okay, so that is what we're working with. As I look around, let me just like explain some things. So I right now have 11 tables, and each table has a single chair. So we don't have desks. I've always had tables, but last year I had 5 student tables, and I had I think 2 extra in the room. So I don't know where all of the tables came from, to be honest. But I am not going to be moving any of this furniture, because like I mentioned, it's set up for hybrid learning. I have 20 students enrolled, and right now my classroom holds 11 students safely, which is a great number as far as like a hybrid model is concerned, where we would have, sorry, my hair is like all kinds of crazy. But this would very easily accommodate half of my students, which is perfect. So I don't want to move that at all. But what I am going to be doing is moving the desk. I'm going to put my decorations back on, like I mentioned. And then when I look around, there are a few things that have fallen or kind of like gotten messed up just from being in here in the heat. Some of those are the little, you can't even see them because the windows, okay, there we go. You see how there's like bunting on all of the other windows, but not the last one. So it just fell off. So I can just hang that back up and tape it. And then one of the wow work displays fell down. I'm not super concerned about that because obviously we won't be in this physical space for most likely a long time. My biggest concern is moving things back from the gym. Let me show you. So my closets, you guys know I have a wall of closets, but they don't go all the way to the floor at the doors. There's like a little like space underneath. So they took everything out of my closets. That way they could wax the floors all the way into them. But like I said, there's a bunch of stuff in the gym. And when I go to like get stuff, I'll take a little clip so you guys can see what I mean. But there's a lot of stuff in there and I want to just move some of it back. That way it's in my room and it's accounted for. Like I said, my biggest concern is that display bookshelf. Sorry, I'm just like looking in the closets to make sure that, yeah, it's not in here either. So, sorry, had some trouble getting the doors open. They're a little stuck because they haven't been opened in a long time. But anyways, first things first, it is 9:45. I'm sorry, I haven't told you guys the time. I was in the office distant with my mask on behind a glass wall, but chatting with our secretary for a little while. It's just so nice to see people in person and be able to catch up with each other. But anywho, I parked my car right outside of my exterior door. I do have some things, I remember I did that functional teacher target haul. I have some things that I want to bring inside from my car that were like in our home. So I'm going to also get my coffee, bring things in from the car, and then I think I'm going to turn the desk, but we'll see how this day goes. Okay, if you have never tried to move one of these desks, I think they weigh about 20,000 pounds, holy cow. But I was able to just turn it, like I mentioned, in the same place. I'm remembering now, I thought that I had an outlet behind it if I were to turn it this way, which would be better for me. But it's actually just, I don't know if you can see it down there. Not really. There's not an outlet, it's just a like cable. And then the only outlets that I have in the front of my room, and I should have remembered this because last year I literally had to reorganize and like relay out my entire classroom when I discovered this fact. The only outlets in the front of my classroom are those ones right there. But like I said, the furniture was positioned with a lot of intention, and so I don't want to move it all. So for example, I don't want to like move the desk to the opposite side of the front of the classroom and then like move that table over here. I'm thinking maybe I'll just get like a really long extension cord. I don't know if that's like safe. Honestly, I might have to just move the desk. I don't even know how I'm gonna move that thing all the way across the front of the classroom. Okay, well, anyways, I brought in the things that were in my car, including my coffee, and I did what I had asked to do, which is just turn my desk. So for now, I'm gonna leave that there, and I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and go put my mask on and walk to the gym, and then grab the thing that has my desk decorations in it and carry that back, and maybe also carry back some of my other personal belongings to put in the closets since I was told I can do that. So I'm gonna put my mask on and we go into the gym. Here we go. Well, you guys, I'm trying not to be sad because I'm sure it will be found, but the one thing that I was really worried about being in the gym, and I just wanted it to be accounted for, was that display bookshelf. Last year I thrifted it. It's one of like the tiered ones. It's originally from Lakeshore, and I was so excited. I think I posted about it on my Instagram when I found it last year at a super discounted price from a former teacher who was getting rid of it, and I just went to my little pile in the gym, and that is the one thing that is missing, which stinks. Like I said, it's no one's fault, and I'm hoping that it's found. That's just literally like the one thing that I can't afford to like replace with a new one, or I don't want to have to, so we'll see. Hopefully it turns up. But I went ahead and grabbed the two smaller desk chairs. One of these used to be at my kidney table, and then the other one used to be at the little like snack slash like my paraprofessionals table in front of the windows. I went ahead and took those back because now I'm a little worried, which I wasn't before, but now I am. So I'm like, what do I need to take out of there? And this is just some of the things that were in the little alcove over in the desk area. And I think I've decided that what I'm gonna do is move my chair over here. And instead of switching the desk and the table, I'm thinking maybe, okay, I changed my mind like literally while I was telling you guys that, because I was about to say I can just put my chair at the table and teach from the table, but I do want to be at my desk. It's higher, it's a bigger surface, there's drawers and storage and everything. So I am going to switch those two pieces of furniture to accommodate the powering of the devices, because it will be the same thing, just mirror image, so it'll still be distanced and everything. And then that way I'm able to have all of the outlets that I need, and I'm like within fire code because I'm not using a bunch of extension cords to get the power all the way across the front of the room. So I am going to move the desk before I decorate the desk. I grabbed my like little Bella storage bucket that has the desk covering. So if you didn't watch my video last year, I just wrap my desk in the shiplap, like better than paper, but it's not. You get what I'm saying? And then I have like rainbow tassels that hang around it, and I want it to look like that because I want my space to be nice and happy and be as similar to our classroom as it's going to be when they come back. So anyways, I need to move it before I decorate it, because the reason I took it off in the first place was so that the custodial staff could move it out over the summer, because it's really hard to move with everything on it. So I'm going to switch those two pieces of furniture. I don't know if I have everything I need here to do the desk. I need like that Scotch like wall mounting tape that's like double-sided and like thick, if you know what I'm saying. And then also I think I'm gonna have to take down the bulletin boards. First of all, that one over there is the We Write Right writing rubric that we developed as a class last year, so I would want that to be gone. That way we can like develop a new one this year because it wasn't created by them. So that's gonna come down, and I think once I start like pulling the letters off, I'll probably have to maybe repaper it. So we'll see. I have extra paper and bulletin border, so it would not be at the end of the world if I need to redo that one bulletin board. It would be fine. But like I said, I don't know that I have everything I need here. One step at a time. Let's see if I can move that huge desk across the classroom. Here we go. Big news! I have my mask on because they just came and delivered my bookcase. It was found. I didn't ask where. I'm not gonna ask questions. It's back, and I know it's the right one because it has these yellow paint stains and my name on it. So there's that. So yay, happy news. And then also, I very slowly drug that desk across the front of the classroom. I might have a sore back tomorrow. I probably will. Like, do you know the scene in Pitch Perfect where she has to like drag her chair and it's like on the ground? That was me for like 5 minutes as I inched that thing across the front of the classroom. But I'm excited now. Actually, I'm laughing internally because last year that is where my desk started. That is where I wanted to have my desk originally, but just because of the power situation I wasn't able to, and now it's back there. So it's just funny to me how things come full circle. But I brought the stuff out of my car, moved the desk over. I have everything right here, like I mentioned, to decorate the desk. So I'm gonna see if I need anything else or if I have what I need here to put my little shiplap rainbow tassels on my desk. I'm so excited. Okay, let's get started. All right, y'all, here's the deal. Last year, my desk was like cattywampus. It's a word, I swear. It was cattywampus in a corner, so you didn't see both sides of it. And so this like piece of shiplap paper doesn't go all the way around the desk. And then also in the front, it's like not one. Do you see the little wrinkle right there? It's not like one continuous piece. It's actually two pieces. And I have like the roll of it right there. So I'm thinking, like, because this is literally the one area of my classroom that I'm setting up, I'm gonna go ahead and recut a piece that goes all the way around the front and both sides. And then I can just move the little rainbow tassels. That won't be a problem. And I'll use the same magnetic strip that's stapled to that one to hang this one. So that way it'll just look a lot cleaner, and I can still have like the same effect, but it'll go all the way around. So I am going to work on cutting the shiplap paper and then removing everything from that little wrap so I can move it to the new wrap. Okay, so I think it is good. I have not tried to put it on the desk yet, but I wanted to tell you guys kind of how I did it, because I know last year and on my Instagram I get a lot of questions about my desk and how it's decorated. So I laid out the Better Than Paper white wood sheet to 111 inches and cut it, and then I cut 7 planks of the shiplap because that will cover the desk. So it's 7 planks like deep, but 111 inches long. So it was really long all the way across the front of the floor. My desk is metal, so I glued magnets, hot glued magnets to the back of the paper all the way up the edges and the top, not the bottom. So I'm gonna see if it holds. I know last year I had some issues where the magnetic tape was peeling away, so I went ahead and hot glued it, because last year what I did, because like middle of the school year, you're a little stressed, I just like stapled those suckers in there. So it's starting to look a little raggedy. I'm really excited that it's gonna be nice and new and neat, and it did not take long to make the new wrap, but I'm going to try to place the wood on there before, sorry, I need to talk slower. Someone commented that on one of my videos, like, take a breath. You don't have to say everything in 2 seconds. So here I am, taking a breath. I'm gonna try to put the wood on, and then once I see that that is up there and it's good and it's measured right and every one of the magnets is like okay, then I will position the tassel string and tassels on there. Oh, it just started to roll up. That scared me. Okay, let's see if the wood fits. Fingers crossed. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up now. Ta-da! So now it is just one continuous piece. I freaking love it. I love it. Yay! Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is pick up the string. So the tassels are like free moving on that one string. So what I did last year, I think I stapled like the ends of the string and the middle of the string so that it would stay straight. I think I might do that again, I'm not sure, but then I just kind of like would move the tassels so that they were evenly spaced. So let's play with the tassels. Okay, so the tassels are on there. It's just one continuous piece of the shiplap paper, and it looks so much better, and I'm really happy, like I said, that I just took a moment to do that because it was something that bothered me all year last year once it had started to like kind of come apart in the two pieces. Anyways, I'm happy with it. What I'm gonna do now is get my staple remover and try to take the things off of that bulletin board, and then I will see how like messed up the paper gets and decide whether or not I need to repaper that board. Hopefully not, because then I would have to reborder it. And if you were here last year, you know how long these double overlapped, perfectly aligned color borders took me, but we'll see, fingers crossed. This is what it's looking like so far. I need to still take those letters off. There's just a bunch of staples in them, and for whatever reason, my little magnetic staple remover that's easy is not in my classroom. I don't know if I took it home by mistake. I don't know where it is, but it's just taking a long time because I have to use the little alligator clamp. But I wanted to show you the progress I was making and how the paper is already like super pulled away from the bulletin board. I could just like push it and staple it again and try to reuse it. I think it's one bulletin board, so honestly I think I'm gonna try to redo that one. And I did bring an extra roll of the white fadeless paper, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and take those letters off, see if I have enough staples for my staple gun, and just try to get this board like set up so it's a blank canvas. The rainbow borders are gone. I did pull them all off very carefully, and I laid them out on this table like in the right places. So like this is the top, the sides, and the bottom. That way I can use the same border again, because honestly the worst part was like measuring and cutting so that the colors like were in the right pattern and everything. So I can reuse that. I did not film it because my phone was dying, but good thing is I learned my lesson last year and I have a charger at school that was still here in my little teacher toolbox. So I was charging while I was doing that. Now I'm going to do something really satisfying and rip down this wrinkly paper and put up nice new paper. So this part I will share with you guys. Well, I definitely just caught that on tape, so that's embarrassing. I'm not going to show you because blood and gross, and I don't want to freak you out, but we have our first injury of classroom setup 2021. Love that for me. It's bleeding, so I'm going to go wash my hands and find a band-aid, and then we will get back to work. Perks of being a teacher, you're always prepared. I have my cute little band-aid that says, "I think you're fantastic," with little whales on it. Yay! And now we can get back to work and put the paper on the bulletin board. Okay, so I have my little corner set up. I'm going to turn so you can see it. I today have moved the desk, wrapped the desk, redecorated it, redone the bulletin board, and kind of just set up like the bare bones area. So I put my rainbow rolling cart over there. So now I have like this space. Obviously, it's not that much of a space, but I'll just show you this way so you can see like the overview. Okay, and you guys know that I have those iMacs in my room, and I'm considering putting one of them on my desk and teaching from an iMac. The only thing I'm concerned about is I'm not really like used to it. I'm more used to my laptop, and I can't like change it if I want to stand up or sit down. So I got to figure out like the technology that's going to go into the space, and that will probably be the next setup for my little desk space. We'll just be like filling it in with all the tech and the accessories and things to make my teaching happen. And then also like leaving the bulletin board blank for now, because I'm not sure like how to make the best use of that space. It's not a dry erase board, obviously. So whatever goes up there is staying there. So I'm thinking maybe like our rules, once we have come up with them, or once we've like learned them together as a class, similar to like when I start the school year physically in my classroom. I don't want it all to be done and like all of the space to be taken up on the bulletin board, because then I can't add anything. So I'm thinking maybe there'll be like half of it for an anchor chart that like rotates weekly of like what we're learning, and then maybe the other part would be some of our like tech rules or something. I'm not so sure yet. But anyways, I am also thinking I have like a rolling clothing rack, which is extra, but you know, like, welcome to my life. I'm extra. And I got it for the pageant that I did last year, but I never really used it. And now, because I can't have my easel in this space, I'm thinking that maybe I bring the rolling clothing rack, but I hang from it like chart paper so that I can have like reference materials that I could wheel in next to me if I needed it, and then I could like move it out of the way. I think I'm liking that idea more and more, so I think I'm definitely gonna try and bring that in and like build it. I never even took it out of the box and built it, so that'll be the next adventure, just bringing that in, bringing in different technology pieces. I'm thinking about a laptop riser, a wireless keyboard, a wireless mouse, wireless headphones, like all the things to make remote learning as best as possible. And as far as the rest of my classroom, I'll show you. Here where the world's cutest library used to be, RIP, that's pretty sad, but I fixed that little thing with just a piece of tape, stuck it back up there, put that little green fan back up there. Fortunately, knock on wood, the We Are Loved is still up there. That thing just fell, so that just is what it is. There is the one part of the room that's going to be used for the first part of the school year. Here are all the socially distanced desks, my Band-Aid. The TV, I'm thinking I'm gonna move the dot cam onto my desk so that I can use it in my teaching. So that will move once I get like my computer set up how I want it all. And then over here, it's just like pretty empty right now because the table I moved back in line with the other third table. So it's just like an empty space. I have my white rolling cart. I'm not sure if I'll need that for anything, like if I want to be able to move my laptop. So we'll see, but it's there for now. And then the alcove is just full of like the bins that I'm not using and stuff because all of my books are put away. And then this is just like some random books and stuff that I purchased over summer that I brought in. And there are the rest of the socially distanced tables. These are all empty. I lost a couple clothespins, don't know where those went, so that's sad. That's the little tote that my bookshelf, I'm sorry, not my bookshelf, my desk decorations were in. I can close this. This is just the cleaning supplies I was using. In this closet is the best part of my day, the bookshelf that was found. Praise Jesus, hallelujah. And then in this one is some other crates of books, and then my two other desk chairs, because now I'm relatively paranoid to have any of my things not in my classroom. So there's that. But there is the overview after day one of classroom setup. I like don't even want to call it that because I'm not setting up my whole classroom. I'm setting up a very small chunk so that I can teach from school. But I'm really excited, and I'm also remembering now that it is August 20th and I am in my classroom at about 1 o'clock, actually exactly 1 o'clock. I'm remembering how hot it gets in this room because I still don't have air conditioning, and you know, CDC guidelines, ventilation, I don't know if that's the safest, but the windows are open, and I'm thinking about maybe getting like a quieter fan. I have a box fan in here, but I'm thinking about maybe getting like a tower, like air cooling thing that I can put next to my desk, since I'll definitely only be like in that part of the room. But anyways, that is the overview for today. I'm going to leave now. Oh my goodness, one more thing. Okay, I almost forgot. I have in here all of these pencil pouches. I am making, let me get these out and then I'll tell you guys. Okay, taking these all home. These were a panic purchase that I made on Amazon a few months ago. I don't know if they're still available, but I am making binders to be distributed to my students before the school year starts. That's going to have like math manipulatives, mats, different like things in them. And I'll show that in a video when I'm actually making them. But inside of these, I'm going to put like sharpened pencils, erasers, glue sticks, crayons, all of that jazz, and put this inside of the binder. Literally everything is going to live in that binder. I'm going to live and die by the binder this year. I don't know where I got this idea, but it's happening. Binder over everything. So anyways, I need these for their binders. But I think I'm going to take these and I'm going to leave now and go because I don't really have anything else to do in here today. And I am getting a new desk for our like home office, guest room, filming room is being delivered, and I want to be there when it gets there so I can start putting that together. And yeah, I think it's been a really good, productive day of setting up the room, and I'm excited for the opportunity to teach from here. Thank you guys. Let me put these down. Anyways, thank you guys for being here for the first day of setup for year 2. This is me, Lauren, a second year first grade teacher. Who knew that was gonna happen so quickly. But anyways, here we are. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I know we're all in different positions as far as what like going back to school looks like for us. This is just what's happening for me. So I'm excited to share this experience with you all, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.